Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're here with the Ultimate Racing League for the Saturday Championship. Now this is round 6, and as you can see, we are at the Red Bull Ring. This is, I think, 8 or 9 turns, not 100% sure, and they're going to be set in the times between 1:30s to 1:31s, I believe. Anyway, so they went out and did this. Obviously, this race they have to use all 3 tyres, unless it decides to rain, because there is in the forecast to possibly rain. So it is all 3 tyres, but if it rains, it goes over the first bar, it will be classed as a wet race, which would mean the tyre will not be exist, so they will not need to use all 3 tyres if it actually becomes a wet race. We'll have to follow that and see if any rain does come. But anyway, so they went out, did their 10-minute quali. Aussie got pole, Grasshopper got 2nd, Unforgiven got 3rd, Peter got 4th, Carlsberg got 5th, Method got 6th, Sai got 7th, Silly Shot got 8th, Bazza got 9th, Mr. Cool got 10th, Willard in 11th, Crossbonds 12th, Hawkeye 13th, and Rufus, aka myself, starts in last. Now this is obviously a 33 lap race, so let's get these guys on the way and see how everyone does. I'll take them down to the start of this race, waiting for the 5 lights to go out, and that is now. So they are all go, racing down towards turn 1. Hopefully everyone could get around it without an issue. Taking it nice and easy, because if you go out too wide, you could get a half-second penalty. So like Red Bull is illustrious for giving out penalties. Everyone got around without an issue. Coming around, this is probably the slowest corner on the track coming up the hill. And there seems to be no issues whatsoever with everyone. Like I've all gone out a little bit wide there. Rufus has made up 2 spots in the first lap, so he's had a quite decent start. Everyone is all still together. Oz still does have this lead. Grasshopper is there just behind him. I think Unforgiven started ahead, so Grasshopper got ahead of Unforgiven in this first lap. Carlsberg there in 4th. Peter there in 5th. Sai there in 6th. Baz there in 7th. And Crossbonds there in 8th. And you got Willard and Silly Shot battling it out. Silly Shot is just behind. Mr. Cool obviously there, and Rufus are battling it out for 11th place. Rufus is just ahead there as they come down to turn 1. And obviously Mr. Cool is right behind Rufus, trying to get that spot back, with Hawkeye there in 13th, and Method down in 14th. So I think he's had a spin somewhere, completely missed that one, so sorry about that. They're all coming around that tight corner, coming out of it without an issue. Rufus and Silly are side by side. Looks like Rufus is trying to make his way up the pack as he goes on the inside of Silly Shot. But looking at Silly Shot is on the medium tyres, Rufus is on the soft tyres. So I think Rufus has decided he started at the back, he wants to get up as far the grid as he can, which is not doing too bad since he started right at the back. This is only the 2nd lap, but All Crossbond's got a half-second penalty, which he is now going to serve. So Willard's got a penalty, but he just picked that up. So he's going to have to serve that on the next lap. Whereas Crossbond's now got Rufus right behind him after serving his penalty. Looks like Rufus is trying to look to see if he can get past. He is sort of in the inside. I think he eased off because I think he hit Crossbonds a little bit, so he's allowed Crossbonds to go. And Oz is on, it's only the third lap, still 30 laps to go. Oz looks like he is starting to build a gap to Grasshopper, but he has Unforgiven all over his rear bumper, looking for that second looking to try and get that second place back from him. Or I can't remember. I think Grasshopper might have started second. I can't remember. My brain is like, ooh. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyway, Unforgiven is chasing down Grasshopper. Let's go on board with Unforgiven. As they come down towards the final couple of corners. Now on the final corner. Trying to not go out too wide because you get a penalty there if you get it wrong. Now he's just at 1:31. The current fastest lap is at 1:30.6 by Osman. Coming round turn one. Oh, looks like he nearly completely lost it, but he saved that, thankfully. But now that's allowed Grasshopper to get away a bit now. Carlsberg there in fourth, chasing after Unforgiven, but he's got Peter right behind him, about half a second behind him, chasing him down at the moment. And then there's a gap opening up between 5th and 6th. And Baz there in 7th, and he's got Willard right behind him in 8th, looking to try and catch him. And there is Crossbonds there in 9th. He's trying to close that gap on Willard. Willard looks like he is in 8th, he is trying to really get past Bazza here. And Willard does get past Bazza now, so Willard's up to 7th. Bazza's down to 8th. With Crossbonds there. Oh, Bazza has just picked up a half-second penalty, so that's not going to help him in this race, unfortunately. Like I said, this track is illustrious for giving out penalties. I mean, Crossbonds there in 9th. And Rufus there, he's got picked himself up a half-second penalty now as well. Chili Shot's got a half-second penalty as well. So that will help him a little bit. There is a yellow for... Oh, Bazza has spun it. What happened to Baz? Coming up to the slowest corner. Oh, too much power it looks like, and that's spun him, so that's really unfortunate there for Baz. That's going to put him right down to the back of the field. But thankfully, because it is only the 5th lap, he's got plenty of time to catch back up again. Method is there in 13th. He's right behind Hawkeye, looking to try and get past. Hawkeye has half-second penalty, so really all Meth has to do is stay behind Hawkeye until he comes around to serve that penalty. And yep, he will be doing that this lap, so Meth will be able to get past in a second. Now he's served it, so Hawkeye's down to 13th, Meth is up to 12th. Silly is right behind Mr. Cool now. They are Mr. Cool's on softs, Silly's on mediums. The Roof is there in 9th spot. He's lead. Oh, Mr. Cool with just about got this first corner a bit wrong. Oh, too much curb. Ooh. So that won't have helped him. But so that pushes him down to 13th. But will he get going again before Bazza catches him? No, he won't. He's got going, but Bazza has managed to just about get past. So that's going to push Mr. Cool down to last place. So anyway, lap 6, Osman has really opened up that gap to Grasshopper now. It doesn't look like there's anyone who can stop him. Grasshopper there in second. He's still being chased by the one and only Unforgiven. Looking to try and looking to push Grasshopper all the way, looking to get past. The Unforgiven definitely got past through that final corner a lot better than Grasshopper did. Now they are side by side. Looks like Unforgiven is going to try and make a move here through the first corner, and he does, but Unforgiven goes a bit wide, but Grasshopper's going back for the undercut, and he does. So Grasshopper is back past, and Unforgiven has picked up a half-second penalty, which is unfortunate for him. I know a bit of a gap opening up between Grasshopper and Unforgiven now, but only a little bit, because Unforgiven didn't get through that corner very well. Colesberg there in 4th, he's watching both of them in front of him. Peter's still trying to close that gap in 5th, and then obviously there's a big gap to Willard there in 6th, who's got a little gap to Sai in 7th. Who's got Crossbonds right behind, so Sai's on the hards, Crossbonds on the softs, so Crossbonds going to have the advantage here. Looking for Crossbonds to try and manage to pass Sai here. Sai is setting 132s, Crossbonds is setting 131s. Well, his fastest lap is a 131.7, Sai's fastest lap is a 132.7. Crossbonds is starting to put pressure under Sai, so I can literally just see him behind him, seeing what he can do. And Ruthless is there in 9th, still a little bit back. He's got Method right behind him, looking to try and get past, and the Silly shot behind him as well. So the Rufus is on the soft tyres, Meth is on the medium tyres. As they start to come down the hill gently towards the next corner. Now coming around this long left-hander now. Well, it's not really long left, it's 2 turns. Well, it's a left. As they come into the final sector of this track. Going around the final 2 turns. Oh, Rufus went out very wide there. That's allowed, given Meth the opportunity to pass. But will Silly be able to capitalise? He is trying to, but he hasn't been able to capitalise on that. Oh, there's the fact that Cost Bonds has spun off. And Silly is right there, pushing, trying to get past Rufus here. Rufus isn't making it easy for him though. But when it comes down to it, it's like Method is on the mediums, Rufus is on the softs, and Silly Shot is on the mediums. So there, Rufus is actually on the better tyre at the moment. And looking at their times, Meth's fastest lap is a 1:31.9, Rufus is a 1:32.5, and Silly's is a 1:32.6. Silly Shot is putting a lot of pressure to get past Rufus now. Is this going to be his opportunity here? He's right behind him. He's going to go to the left. And he does get past. So now Rufus is down to 10th. With Cross Bonds there is in 11th now. He's a little bit back. Baz there in 12th. Hawkeye in 13th. And Mr. Cool there. Hawkeye there in 13th. And Mr. Cool there in 14th. So Colesberg looks like he is the first person to pit, to get off them soft tyres, with Mr. Cool in the pits. So Colesberg has now gone onto the hard tyres. What is Mr. Cool going to go on? So Colesberg has literally just got to run the medium tyres now. He's come out just behind Hawkeye. So Oz from the lead has now taken to the pits. And Oz has actually got quite a decent lead, but Grasshopper has taken the lead now. Unforgiven, what's happened to Unforgiven? He must have had a spin somewhere, because he was much further up. And now he's, oh no, maybe he has, no, he hasn't pitted. I think he might have pitted, I'm not sure. But no, I don't think he has pit, because looking at the tyres, I think he may have just had a little off, and unfortunately it's cost him a bit of time. But obviously Grasshopper does have the lead now for the time being, with Pete there in second. Unforgiven there in third now, with Meth there in fourth, Silly there in fifth, Rufus there in sixth. He's got Oz now chasing him down in seventh. But he's done 11, Rufus has done 11 laps on the softs so far. He may be needing to come into the pits soon, unless he's waiting for his fuel to go right down before he changes his tyres. But Oz is there in seventh, closing that gap on Rufus gradually. And Oz has obviously pitted, and Oz is literally just right behind. This is going to be Oz's corner probably. And it is. Oz gets past quite easily there. But Rufus is going back after him. He's not letting Oz go. As they come into this corner, Rufus goes out a little bit wide, but Oz manages to do the undercut on Rufus there. Let's just have a look at that one again. Like, great move there from Oz. Yeah, great move there from Oz with an undercut. Rufus is down to 6th now with Baz there in 7th. Colesberg there in 8th. Unforgiven is now, he's coming out of the pits, so he's pitted now. He's in 9th and he's on medium tyres now. Willard there in 10th, so he's pitted. Sai has also pitted, he's in 11th. And Hawkeye there in 12th, so he's still got a pit. Crossbond's there in 13th, he's pitted now. Mr. Cool is also pitted as well. The Grasshopper and Pete are battling it out. I think Grasshopper may have made a little mistake here, or it might have not been. It might have been just the fact that of his tyres losing, the grip starting to go, and Pete's on the medium tyres. He's got a hell of a lot of track grip, so he doesn't have to worry about that. So Grasshopper isn't able to push as hard as he wants, whereas Pete can push as much as he wants since he has got a lot more grip. But they will probably both be pitting this lap, I think. Rufus is now in the pits on the 13th lap. At the end of lap 12, I mean. Meth is there in 3rd. With Silly there in 4th. Oz there in 5th. Baz there in 6th. With Colesberg there in 7th. On the hards. Unforgiven in 8th. On the mediums, so I think Unforgiven's going to close that gap rather drastically, because the hards are a lot slower than the mediums. And here you can see how quickly Unforgiven is closing that gap on Colesberg at the moment. I think it's just going to be a matter of time before Unforgiven gets past. Willard there in 9th. He's got Sai trying to chase him down. They're both in medium tyres. Hawkeye there in 11th. So yeah, Grasshopper and Pete have both gone into the pits now. And like I say, the Hawkeye there in 11th. Crossbond's there in 12th. He's being chased by Rufus. They're both on the hard tyres. And Mr. Cool there in 14th. So Method has taken the lead for the time being, with Silly there up to 2nd. Oz there up to 3rd. Baz up to 4th. The Grasshopper and P are just leaving the pits now. The Grasshopper comes out just ahead, or no, just behind Unforgiven, but Pete is right there as well. So they basically come out, I think, more or less exactly the same time. So it has brought the racing a lot closer to each other. I think Silly Shot will be pitting soon, whereas Method will carry on. So Oz will take 2nd spot back. In a second, yeah, Silly is now going into the pits. With Baz going to get out, Baz will be going in the pits now as well. That will release Colesberg into 4th. But he's still being chased by Unforgiven, Grasshopper and Pete, who's right behind at the moment. We're looking at their tyres. Colesberg is on the hards, Unforgiven is on the mediums, Grasshopper's on the mediums, and Peter's on the softs. So Peter's actually going to Peter's on the faster tyre at the moment, so that's going to put Grasshopper under a load of pressure here. But like I say, it's one thing to catch someone, it's another thing to pass them. Yeah, as I was saying, Pete's there is sick, looking to try and pass Grasshopper. Whereas Pete is on the softs, Grasshopper is on the mediums. So Grasshopper may find it very difficult to keep Pete behind him for much longer. Willard there on the mediums. Sai there on the mediums, but Sai's going to be serving his penalty now, so that's going to give Willard a bit of breathing room. And a silly shot there in 9th. Crossbond's there in 10th. He's still got Rufus chasing him down in 11th, so they're having a good little dingle battle. They are both on hard tyres, so there's no advantage for tyres on the tyres. Well, the Crossbones is trying to get away from Rufus, but at the moment Crossbones just can't get away at the moment. They are setting rather similar times. And Buzz there in 12th. Mr. Cool there in 13th. Hawkeye there in 14th and Hawkeye there in 14th. So Woz has now retaken the lead as Method has taken to the pits to change tyre and fill up. So Unforgiven should take second spot. So now Peters has found the opportunity to go for a pass, and he is trying to do it. They are side by him, and Peter and Grasshopper are side by side. Pete is just ahead now, so Pete is up to third. Grasshopper's down to fourth, but Grasshopper is not going to take losing that place lightly. He's going to literally push and push with all his might to try and get that position back. In his Mustang powered car, and he's against the BMW Sprint. Colesberg there in 5th. He's closing this gap on Pete and Grasshopper gradually, so he will be coming into the battle for 3rd place shortly. Willard's got a half-second penalty, so that's going to allow Sai to possibly take 6th position off of Willard. But Willard will be serving his penalty this lap. Whether Sai will get past, I'm not sure. It's a good possibility, but it may not happen. No, he doesn't. Willard manages to keep that 6th position. It was just about far enough away to avoid being passed, but Sai is now right behind him, looking to get past. They're both from medium tyres, so there's no difference in speed and traction. Method, obviously he's out of the pits, he's in 8th. He's got Silly Shot more or less not too far behind him. And Rufus there is now in 10th. He's got past Cross Bonds, and he is actually pulling away now. Cross Bonds there in 11th, with Baz there in 12th. Mr. Cool there in 13th. And Hawkeye there in 14th. He is now being lapped by Osman, so Hawkeye is now a lap down. We are lap 18 to 33, so we are roughly nearly half. We are roughly just over halfway now. Yeah, we are over halfway. So just the rest of the race to go, but everyone will have at least one more pit stop to go, so things still can change. With Oz there in first, half a second penalty, and he's up on his time as well. But because he'll be serving his penalty, he won't get a new fastest lap, unfortunately. Unforgiven there in the second spot, but he has got Pete closing right down on Unforgiven, looking to try and get past. And it's medium tyres versus soft tyres, Ferrari versus BMW. And now Grasshopper there in 4th. He has now picked up a half-second penalty, so that's going to give Pete a bit of breathing room. Well, Willard there in 5th, still being chased by Sai. So Willard there 6th, 5th, Sai there 6th, Method there in 7th. He's got Silly Shot who's closing that gap. You see Method's fastest lap is a 1:31.4. Silly's is a 1:31.1, so Silly is running quicker than Method at the moment. Silly is starting to put Method under a lot of pressure, but Silly has just picked up a half-second penalty, so that will give Method a little bit of breathing room now, knowing that Silly has got that penalty. And Rufus is there in 9th, all on his own now. Of course, Bond's still trying to chase him down, but he's well behind 8th place. So at the moment he will just be looking to stay in that position or not get. I think he will just be looking at now trying to not get lapped, which probably won't, because he's in 9th. I mean, Cross Bonds there in 10th. Bazza there in 11th. Looking at their tyres, so Rufus, Cross Bonds and Bazza are all on the hard tyres. Colesberg is on the medium tyres. Mr. Cool there with another half-second penalty. He's got a decent lead over Hawkeye, but he is, well, Cross Bond has come off. What happened to him? Oh, it looks like he put too much power on, which resulted in him losing traction. Let's just Yeah, maybe looks like there was too much. He put too much power on, which resulted in spinning. So that will have us allowed Bazza and Colesberg to get past, and now Crossbonds is down to 12. Still well ahead of Mr. Cool there in 13th, so you don't have to worry about him at the moment. And Hawkeye is there in 14th. So Oz dominating this race, well ahead of Unforgiven. Oh! A rare mistake from Osman. Goes out a little bit too wide, resulting in him hitting the grass. Gets back on track, and thankfully he's so far ahead that one mistake has not affected his race. They have closed the gap on him, but not enough. So Unforgiven there with his 1 second penalty to serve. I'm sure Pete is just about to take that second place from him. Yeah, he does. Osman has now taken to the pits to get onto his next tyre. But will Oz get back out of the pit? Well, they're on the start-finish straight now, so Pete will take the lead for the time being, with Unforgiven up to second, and Grasshopper up to third. This is going to be the question, how far is Oz going to fall down the grid? So he's just on his way out now. So Oz drops down to 8th place from the lead. I think maybe if he hadn't made that little error, he may have come up further up the grid. But anyway, lap 22, we've got 11 laps to go. Pete has taken the lead. He's got Unforgiven chasing him down. And at the moment, Unforgiven might be on the slower tyre, but he's on the mediums who have got a load more grip than what Pete has. Pete is struggling for grip now on those soft tyres. With Unforgiven on those medium tyres, putting Pete under a hell of a lot of pressure. But Pete carrying on. I probably think Pete will probably be into the pits in the next lap or so. Unforgiven's got a fair few more laps to go. Grasshopper there in third, with Willard there in fourth. He's been chased down. Willard has been chased down by Method. So it's medium tyres versus soft tyres. So at the moment, Method is going to have the grip compared to Willard. Silly there is 6th. Oz there is 7th now. Chasing down Silly shot. May look like he's going to be able to go for a move here. Oz got out of that corner so much better than Silly did. He's right on Silly's rear bumper, looking to try and get past. It shows how much more grip Oz has than Silly. So Silly's now down to 7th, with Rufus there in 8th. He's all on his own, well behind Silly shot. Went out a little bit wide there. Baz there in 9th. He is closing the gap on Rufus gradually. They are sort of running, Rufus and Baz are running similar times, both on the hard tyres. But the question is, What tyre does Bazza still need to do? As they come round into the final section on this track. Really, when is Rufus going to come into the pits? Rufus is going into the pits now. So is Bazza. Bazza's decided to follow Rufus into the pits. But the question is going to be, what tyre will Rufus start on the soft? So he will be going on the mediums now. I'm not sure what tyre Bazza started on. He might have started on the softs as well, so I'm not on the softs. Or he might have started on the mediums, so I'm unsure. He might be going onto the softs now as he enters his pit box. They are both getting their tyres changed. Now they're both filling their fuels up now. Who's going to get out first? This is going to be very close between the two of them. The Baz has got out in front of Rufus. Rufus is leaving the pits now. So Mr. Cool is up to 10th, but he's going to have to pit this lap. He's got Bazza right behind him there. But Baz has got a 3-second penalty to serve now. And Rufus there in 12th. We have 9 laps to go in this 33 lap race. Hawkeye there in 13th. And Crossbonds there in 4th. It looks like there is a little bit of rain in places on this track because Crossbonds, well, his windscreen wipers were going, but I think maybe it was only raining in certain parts of this track. So Pete's there in first. He's pulled away from Unforgiven. Grasshopper has got past Unforgiven now. Unforgiven's going to probably have to take to the pits this lap to go onto his final set of tyres. With Pete running for his life on those soft tyres. But he will be pitting. I think Pete will pit this lap. Yep, he is pitting this lap to put his final set of tyres on. Grasshopper and Unforgiven are going to carry on for another lap. With Oz can see Grasshopper and Unforgiven just down the road from him. But Grasshopper has taken the lead with Unforgiven there up to 2nd. Oz up to 3rd now. Silly up to 4th. Obviously Pete's there in 5th. Meth's there in 6th. Si's there in 7th. Pete should be able to get back out in front of Si. So let's just go around the final round the final corner. And Pete and Meth are both back out of the pits now. Pete is onto the hard tyres for his final stint. Meth is on the hard tyre for his final spin as well. Si is just coming around turn 1 on the soft tyres. With Willard there in 8th. And Colesberg quite far behind in 9th. With Baz there in 10th. Rufus is doing the hardest to try and catch Bazza up, but Bazza is on the softs, Rufus is on the mediums, so it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be a hard task for Rufus to get that position unless Bazza makes a mistake. So Rufus there in 11th, Hawkeye is there in 12th now, with Crossbonds there in 13th. And Mystical well behind in 14th. But anyway, Oz on lap 27 has retaken the lead. With Silly shot up to 2nd. Silly will have to pit soon as well, probably. So Unforgiven and Grasshopper are now refilling, waiting to have enough in the tank to get to the end. So Pete's just about to go around turn 1. Unforgiven just comes out just behind Pete. So does Grasshopper. Method there in 6th, chasing them down. But they're all on hard tyres now anyway. So there is soft, so he's got opportunity to catch Method up. Willard there in 8th. Colesberg there in 9th. Bazza there in 10th. Rufus there in 11th. Hawkeye there in 12th. Just pitting now. Crossbones there in 14th. So at the moment everyone looks like they are getting very spread out. Are very spread out now. Silly Shot has now taken to the pits to get a new set of tyres and fill up. But Pete's there in 3rd, Unforgiven's there in 4th. Grasshopper's there in 5th, and Method there in 6th. So we've got 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all battling it out. Well, now 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all battling it out for position. Unforgiven trying to catch the wonky German in 2nd. The wonky Belgium in 2nd. Oh, Pete's just lost it. That's a shame for Pete. He was having a great race there, so now he's dropped down to 6th position, so that's really unfortunate for him. And he'll be kicking himself right now. So that's allowed Grasshopper to take 2nd. Oh, nope, Unforgiven to take 2nd. Dude, like Grasshopper went for a move. But Unforgiven does have that 2nd spot, with Grasshopper right behind him in 3rd. Method right behind them in 4th. Hawkeye's a lap down. Then there's a bit of a gap to the side there in 5th. Pete there in 6th. Silly Shot there in 7th. Willard there in 8th. Colesberg there in 9th. Baz there in 10th. Bazza is sort of dropping Rufus now. Bazza's just set fastest lap for 1:31.2. Rufus's fastest lap is 1:32.4. Rufus has actually set a faster time on mediums than he did on softs. So that's miraculously, you would have thought it was the other way around, but no. Rufus set his fastest lap on mediums. And there's a big gap to Crossbones there in 12th. Oz is right there as well. Looking to close the gap. So looking at it, Rufus is there. Oz is there. It looks there's only 3 laps left to go. So it's going to be a big ask for Oz. 3 laps to go. Can he lap Rufus as well? I think Rufus should be alright. So he's made more or less got this rope. Oh, Oz is going to have to pit this lap. But he has got a massive lead over Unforgiven there in 2nd. With Grasshopper there in 3rd, I mean. Oh, there is a yellow flag here. So there's no overtaking, unfortunately. Looks like Mr. Cool there spun with half-second penalty. Grasshopper has Method all over his rear bumper. But Grasshopper's just picked up a half-second penalty there now. So Method will be able to get past here once Grasshopper serves his penalty, which will be this lap. And you got Sai there. Sai's gradually catching up on this little group of cars. With Pete there in 6th, Silly there in 7th with half-a-second penalty to serve. Willard there in 8th. Oh, let's just go back to first see how they're doing. Oz is just on his way back out of the pits on hard tyres. So he's still well ahead. It's made no difference. He was able to go in the pits and come out of the pits. I think Oz has done one extra pit stop. With 2 laps to go, with Unforgiven there in 2nd. Grasshopper there in 3rd. Method there in 4th. Sai there in 5th. As they come down towards the next corner, Sai's there in 5th. He is right in this battle with 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. He's right in the battle. Pete there is in 6th. He's trying to close down that gap as well. Silly Shot there in 7th. And there's a bit of a gap to Willard there in 8th. And then a gap to Colesberg there in 9th. And then Baz is all out on his own at the moment. So is Rufus all out on his own in 11th. So looking at this, Baz is Baz's fastest lap is a 1:31.2, Rufus is a 1:32.4, so it is Baz is over 2nd quicker than Rufus a lap at the moment, with Rufus there in 11th. He's got a massive lead over Crossbonds there in 12th. Hawkeye there in 13th. And Mr. Cool there in 14th. Oh, Method has gone. Oh, that's a difficult one. Don't know whether that was lag or that was Sai. I'm not sure on that one. I think it might have been a bit of lag. So we are on lap 32. One more lap after this lap. Ozzy has half a second penalty, but which he's serving this lap. He's not going to have to worry at all because he's so far ahead. Unforgiven there in 2nd. He's sort of pulled away from Grasshopper a bit now. With Sai there in 4th. Pete there in 5th. Silly Shot there in 6th. Silly Shot looking to see if he can get past Pete. Method is there in 7th after his little spinsy winsy. Willard is there in 8th. Colesberg is there in 9th. Bazza there is there in 10th. Rufus is there in 11th. Crossbonds there in 12th, Hawkeye in 13th, and Mr. Cool there in 14th. So Osman is now on his final lap. He's dominated this race. He's got the fastest lap as well. So he is going to get the triple points here, because it is double points as it is on endurance, but he's also going to get points for the fastest lap and for pole. So I'm going to just stay with Oz till the end now. See his victory finish out of the final corner. And he does it. Oz takes a resounding victory at Red Bull. Unforgiven takes second. Grasshopper takes a third on the podium. Cy fourth. Pete takes fifth. Method takes sixth. Willard takes seventh. Silly Shot takes 8th. Carlsberg is going to take 9th. Baz will take 10th. Rufus, aka myself, will take 11th. And Crossbonds will be the last person to cross the line. He will finish in 12th. Mr. Cool takes 13th. And Hawkeye takes 14th. So anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors, EAC Elders Air Conditioning. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. I will see you next time for round 7 at Trial Mountain. So bye bye for now and thank you for watching.